Okay, so in previous topic we discussed about the highway material. Okay, and that is nothing but the pavement material. So the highway material, it is nothing but the basic material which required for the construction of highway. That is nothing but the soil, then aggregate, then cement, then bitumen, then sand, then fly ash and other stabilizing chemicals. Okay, so the civil engineering materials that are used for highway construction, that already we discussed, that is nothing but the soil, aggregate, cement, bitumen, sand, fly ash and other certain chemicals. Okay, whereas the soil is essentially a part of subgrade, and aggregate which is used as either a base course or as a part of cement concrete. Sand can be also used in cement concrete or even bituminous surfacing. Fly ash is used as replacement of cement, and stabilizing chemicals are used for the stabilization of bases. Material that are used are no different from general civil engineering materials. That means those material we are going to use for the construction, same material we are going to use for the highway purpose and for the highway construction. Okay. So the properties which are required for the material, which are the same, that is crushing strength, then durability and resistance to deformation, uh, then other different characteristics according to the material. It may be the soil. Okay, so if you consider the soil, so soil, then consistency of soil, then grain size, then consolidation, shrinkage and swelling, resistance to deformation. So these are the different characteristics or the different performance of the soil. If you are considering the aggregate, then its crushing strength, then durability, size of the aggregate. So these are different properties of material that are going to be checked in laboratory for the purpose of the identification of the type and the quality of that material. Okay, so the different types of material which are used for the highway construction, that is nothing but called as pavement materials. So the first one is the soil. Okay, so which is a very important part of the construction of roadways and highways. Okay, because it is a subgrade of highways, and the performance of highways totally depend upon the subgrade. Okay, so soil is a very important part of the highway construction. Second is the aggregate. The next different types of aggregates are available: flaky aggregates, rounded aggregates. So which type of aggregate are preferred for the construction of highway material, that going to be discussed later. Next, binders, like fly ash, cement and other material, then other like stabilizers and characterization of characterization, that is a test method, which test need to check for particular material. It may be soil, it may be aggregate or other material. Okay, basically these material which are used for the construction of highway, that is nothing but the soil, then aggregate, then cement, then bitumen, then sand, and fly ash and other chemical, that is called as stabilizing chemicals. Okay, so the next is nothing but the study of pavement material. So necessary to understand the behavior of the materials individually and in the combination with other material. Okay, so that is the important part. So what is the behavior of soil under the load, and what is the behavior of soil in combination with other material, that very important to study before the construction of highway. So characterization of material. So according to purpose, to classify the material, what is the grade of material, to obtain necessary inputs for design of new pavements, to obtain inputs regarding the condition of material in an existing pavement, and to ensure the proper quality during the construction. So material which are going to use for the construction, it should be the quality material, so that which can stand against the pressure and the load which carry over that surface. Okay, so that material should be quality material which is used for the construction of pavement. Okay, so these are the number of material which required for the construction of pavements, that is called as pavement material. So soil, the first material, very important. Second is the aggregate. So either it may be natural aggregate or either may be artificial aggregate. Then bitumen, then modified bitumen binder, that is polymer or rubber. Then bituminous mixes. then cement and cement concrete, that is plain or RCC cement, then stabilized material like cement, lime and other, and recycled material and geosynthetic. So these are the number of material which required for the construction of pavement. Okay, so it may be the flexible pavement or it may be the rigid pavement. Okay, so now the geosynthetic are mostly used in the construction of highway materials. So it is the advance in construction of pavement. So now geosynthetics are nowadays which is used for the highway construction. So the pavement materials properties are evaluated by uh, that properties can evaluated by the conducting the laboratory test on a particular sample. Okay, so the first thing is we can evaluate the properties of pavement material by conducting the laboratory test on representative samples. We can evaluate by the field evaluation and by the estimation. Okay, so that is the important. So from that you can understand the quality of that material which is used for the construction of pavement. Okay, so to conducting laboratory test and field evaluation is important to know the properties of that pavement material. The material properties to be considered should be relevant to the design approach adopted, and the properties should also reflect the performance of pavement structure. Then the parameters which are considered during the characterization of pavement material properties. Okay, so these all parameters which are important during the consideration of design of highway or pavement. Okay, so the first thing is the what, the loads. Okay, so load is a very important. So whatever that construction of highway or which material which are using for the highway construction, that should carry the loads. Okay, so load, it may be the stationary load, it may be moving load, it may be heavy load, or it may be light. Okay, so application mode may be normal, shear and impact load. Okay, so that means so that material should be withstand against the different types of load. Okay, so that important thing, that is it should carry the different types of load. Second thing, climatic condition. So that material should be withstand against the climatic condition in case of heavy temperature, in case of heavy rainfall, or maybe in heavy moisture. Okay, so climatic condition should be also taken in consideration during the checking the parameter of the pavement material. Okay, so climatic condition, in that case temperature, rainfall and moisture, these points considered. Next, weathering action, that is drying and wetting of that material, chemical action and freezing. So these actions are, or these weathering actions are considered during the characterization of pavement materials. So these are the parameters to be considered for the characterization of pavement material properties. Next, material behavior. So the material behavior is again one of the important part of this pavement construction. So material behavior, that is fundamental material behavior, is nothing but a characterize usually in terms of, so first thing is stress strain relationship. Secondly, ability of material to recover after release of load. Then time dependency and temperature dependency. Okay, so this parameter we already discussed, but according to the behavior, material behavior, what is the effect of temperature, then what is the ability of material to recover after releasing load, and stress strain. So these are the important characters in terms of the material behavior. So when we built, so one of the scientists, John Ruskin, which said that let us think that we build for forever, let it not be for the present delight, nor for the present use alone, let it be such work as our descendants will think us for. That means whatever that construction should be having a good quality and which should be withstand for a number of years. Okay, so the pavement material, in that the first material that going to be discussed, that is nothing but the soil material. Okay, the first material which is used for the pavement, that is soil. So soil are used in the subgrade, in the embankment, and in the shoulders. Okay. So compacted soil and stabilized soil are often used in the subbase or base course. Okay. So the soil is forming the subgrade of the highways, and the performance of the highways to a large extent depend upon the subgrade. Okay. So totally the performance of highway is up to large extent which depend upon the subgrade. Okay. So the subgrade is the important part of the pavement, and the test which required to check or either in the same in the form point of view of performance of highway. So this different tests which carried out over the soil, that is like grain size distribution, then consistency limit, then mineralogical properties of soil grain, then cohesion and internal friction as determined by shear test, then compressibility as measured by consolidation test, then shrinkage and swelling properties, that is uh, okay, swelling and shrinkage due to the moisture content, and resistance to deformation which measured by the plate load test and CBR test, that is California bearing ratio test. Okay, so these are the number of tests which are carried out over the soil. Okay, so what is the significance of subgrade soil? Okay, so the function is to provide adequate support to the pavement. So the important function of the soil or subgrade soil is what? To provide the support to the pavement. Okay, so that is very important function, to provide adequate support to the pavement. And if suppose it is a poor subgrade conditions lead to what happen, it may be leads formation of waves, corrugations, then rutting and showing. So these are the different effect which found in poor subgrade conditions in case of black top pavements, and the effect which found in cement concrete pavements are the pumping phenomenon and blowing. Okay, so these are the defects which occurs due to poor subgrade conditions. Okay, so the primary and important function of soil is nothing but to provide adequate support to the pavement. So if the subgrade is weak or poor subgrade, it may be leads these different types of defects in case of the bituminous pavement and in case of cement concrete pavement. Okay, so this is what the important thing, so that the test on the soil or the importance of soil is very important because totally the overload which going to be transferred or the subgrade. So subgrade which define or which determine the performance of highway. So that's why the subgrade soil is nothing which very important to provide adequate support to the pavement.